Hello booktube and welcome, I believe, on this adventure. My name is Marie, I am 20 years old and I am a French bookworm, hence the accent and the mispronouncing of names throughout this entire video, hence the books that you can see behind me. I've been a book nerd ever since I learned how to read, probably for as long as I can remember. So here I am today with a YouTube channel because I want to be part of the whole let's obsess over fictional characters and over people who literally do not exist. I'm here for that. I'm living for this shit. So I thought, why not bring my own content into the booktube world, I guess, and also because I really need to improve my English. And so here I am today with a book haul, a big book haul, because I happen to have a book buying problem among a lot of other book related problems. So I hope you stick with me, and I also hope I stick with myself. So I'll try doing that. So you will find on this channel a lot of bookish content, obviously, like maybe mostly book hauls. I treat myself every day with new books, that's my problem. So a lot of book hauls. You will find unboxings because I have a subscription. I have subscription boxes, so you will probably, if I'm not too lazy and if I don't forget, you will probably find unboxings. You will find book recommendations, lots of them. You will find wrap-ups, you will find TBRs, you will find challenges, bookshelf tours if anyone's interested in that. So yeah, let's just stick with me and we'll find out together what you can find on this channel. I'm gonna try to make that cool for you. So here I am today with a book haul. I said that 3 times already. I should stop speaking. And let's pretend that I am actually organized. So I divided these books into categories. The first category being the books that I already read, and then next category, and there's only one book in that category, but that's okay, the book that I am currently reading. And then I guess I just will let it be a mess. So without any further ado, let's just get into the video because this is going to be long. First up, we have this beautiful special edition of This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El-Moutar, and I am in advance deeply sorry for mispronouncing words, names. Can we take a second to admire how beautiful these are? They are incredible, and I'm so happy to have them with me. I read this book in January. It was one of the first books of the year, and now no book is good enough because this was just too good, and I can already tell you that it will be in my top 5 best book of the year. I just know it. So basically this follows the story of 2 time travelers who are against each other in a time war, and they end up somehow writing letters to each other, first as a provocation, and then they, like, as they write letters to each other, they start eventually falling in love, but they can't because they work for opposite sides on this time war. And this is just the most beautiful book I have ever read, and I will never shut up about it. I will never stop recommending this book. But anyway, so I'm really happy I got these editions because when I like a book, I just need the special edition if there is a special edition, and I was so happy when I saw these. So these, I don't remember if I said it, these are the Illumicrate special editions, and I'm really happy with them. I don't get why they did make 2 copies of it in that book, because this is a standalone. So but you know, I got 3 copies of this book and I'm thriving. Next up, we have the Ivory Key by Akshaya Raman. So you will find this book in my monthly wrap-up because it was the first book that I read, I think, this month. The first one that I read this month. And so basically it follows the story of 4 siblings, 2 girls, 2 boys, who have grown apart the past years and who basically hate each other, and they have to go on this quest to find the Ivory Key to save the kingdom. So this is basically all I can say about this book, because it's hard for me not to give my opinion about the books that I already read, even though this is a book haul, so I'm supposed to be fast on that. So I'm just gonna fight back the urge to just spend 30 minutes on each book saying what I like and what I didn't like. Yeah, anyways, I got that, I read that. It was, so this is also a Illumicrate special edition, and I got this book along with another one, which I will be showing you soon. So yeah, so you will find this book in my monthly wrap-up. Then we have The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. This is a historical fiction, and so I didn't know that, but this is the same author who wrote The Nightingale, which I think that's the book she's known for. I haven't read The Nightingale, but I do remember it was on my to get list, like maybe 2 years back, and I never got this book and I never read it, and I don't know why. I just saw that one, saw the blurb, and I was like, okay, I'll just get it. So this follows the story of Elsa and her children throughout the Great Depression, and it is a historical fiction. So yeah, I finished that one, and also, as you can see, so this is one of my numerous book-related problems. I love beating the shit out of my books. I love breaking the spines of my books. It is really hard for me to just like read and not break the spine of the book, because I have here like a lot of beautiful books whose spines I don't want to break, but this is gonna be so hard to focus on the book and on the fact that I should not break the spine. But that one was too big for me to like not. Yeah, I'm deeply sorry about that. But I read that, liked it. So next up, this is the book that I am currently reading, The Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi. And this is the Illumicrate special edition. That's the book I got with the Ivory Key. And I'm not gonna say much about it, except that Tahereh Mafi has this weird power to make you like a book that you would not usually enjoy. But this book is everything. So there's like, basically, I can't even summarize it because the English is so good in this book. I don't want to summarize it like the way I speak English, because I feel so stupid and so bad. So I'm just gonna read you the back. It says, clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long forgotten queen destined whose fate is to save her people. So that's the only book that I am currently reading. So I guess now I can just grab the books and just let it be a mess. This is The Gospel of Loki by Johan M. Harris, and I don't know anything about this book except that it's about Norse mythology. Obviously, as said in the title. I want to learn more about other mythologies because I grew up with the Greek mythologies and stories from the Greek mythology, so I've just never really read anything else. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I feel really, how can I say that, uncultured. But anyways, I just want to learn more about other mythologies because I just want to know what else is there, you know. So hopefully this book will help me get there. I hope so. Then I got myself a classic, and I never pick up classics because the way I speak English is really not fit for reading classics, because the English in classics is not the English that I am used to, it's not the English that I speak, it's not the English that I learned. But F. Scott Fitzgerald is an exception, so here I have the Beautiful and Damned by the infamous F. Scott Fitzgerald. I read The Great Gatsby and I loved it, and I thought I'm gonna try another one of his book. So I got that one because the title was catchy and the cover as well. So I don't know when I will be reading this because it looks really intimidating and really scary, but hopefully I will get to it soon. You will hear me say two things throughout this video. First, I don't know what this book is about, because most of my books I buy them because of the title, because of the cover, you know, absolutely not because of the plot, which is not right, which is totally wrong. That's not how you should pick up a book. But anyways, I do that. And you will also hear me say that I will read this book soon, but soon is really another word for probably, or we don't know when. I don't know. There's too many books here, it's scary. Next up is The Crying Book by Heather Crystal. This is a non-fiction, which is why I didn't like it. So I'm really bad at organizing, because maybe I should have counted this in the books that I am currently reading, even though I stopped reading it because I didn't like. Anyways, I went halfway like through that one and I stopped because the way I was reading it wasn't the right way, and because I was reading it as you read a story, but this is a non-fiction. It is meant to be thought of. You can't just like, it's meant to be annotated, it's meant to be, I don't know how to explain that even in French. It's just I was not reading this book the right way, so I don't know when I will be picking it up again, but when I do, I will be reading it correctly. Then we have this tiny book of poetry. It's called Larvae of the Nearest Stars. Again, sorry for mispronouncing words. So this is by Catherine W. Carter, and I don't know, I just never pick up poetry and I never read poetry, so I thought I'll give it a go. So I got that one because I like the title, and also the cover is kind of interesting. I don't know how to describe it, but it is beautiful and I can't wait to get to it. I just don't know when I will be getting to it, if I don't forget the existence of this book. Then we have Verity by Colleen Hoover. That's a book that I bought myself today. I don't know what it's about. I can't tell you. It's just, I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover and I did not enjoy it much. It wasn't like, it didn't blow me away or anything, and I was not obsessed about it as other people might have been. And I thought if there's one book that I might like by Colleen Hoover, it will be Verity, because it's a mystery, so I don't know, it gives like creepy, weird vibes, and I'm here for that. I want, like, yeah. So I don't know when I will be reading this. I'm scared to read it because things scare me easily, but now that I have it, I have to read it. So I will see if it's as good as other people say it is, and I will tell you what I thought about it, because I am here to tell my opinion about every single thing that I read, even though it's not that interesting. Next up is One True Loves by Tyler Jenkins Reid. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. Anyways, I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and those are like two of my favorite books, so I thought I was gonna try something else by her. So I didn't really have a look at it, but I think this follows the story of a girl who is married and her husband goes missing on a trip, I think, or something like that, and they never find, like, she never finds him again. So 4 years later she has moved on and she is engaged to another guy, and then one night her former husband, the one that went missing, just casually calls her. He goes like, "Hey buddy, what's up?" Which must be weird because she's now engaged to another man. So I can't wait to read this. It sounds really, I was gonna say girly, but I don't think that's the word. It's just like, it sounds like a cute but devastating read. I don't know why I thought of girly. Maybe because of the cover? I don't know. Then I have The Ashes of London by Andrew Tyler. This is a book that my mother got me for some obscure reason. I don't know. But anyway, she got me that book, and also I started this book. But then I picked up another book and I forgot that I was actually reading this. So I don't know when I will be picking it up again. So it's a historical fiction, I believe, and it's also a thriller. It says a city in flames, a woman on the run, and a killer seeking revenge. and it is happening in London 1666. This book scared me because it's really big. I think there might be like 600 pages. Oh no, 400 pages. Anyways, this book scared me, and since I had no interest of reading this book, I don't know when I will be reading it, because I really started it just to make my mom happy because she got it for me, but I don't know when I will like get back to it. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this year, maybe not, who knows. Then I got myself a book that I've been seeing everywhere. So that is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I can't tell you what this is about because I do not know, but I saw it at my local bookstore and I literally went frozen and I was like, shit, I need to get that, and I got it, and now I don't know why I got it, but I will definitely be reading this. It is a middle grade. I am obsessed with middle grades, so like yeah, so I don't know when I will be reading it. I will be reading it soon, but I have it, so it's here, you know, sitting on my bookshelf and waiting for me to pick it up. I just don't know when yet. And I got myself a book by Sally Rooney, sorry, because I love normal people, and so I got Beautiful World, Where Are You? I've heard a lot of different things about this. I have seen a lot of mixed reviews, so I don't really know. I think I'm kinda scared to get into it, but in the meantime, I really loved Normal People, so I think I will like this one just as much. I hope I do. I will read it and then tell you how it went, I guess. We have a trilogy. So that is the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. This is the first book, The Bear and the Nightingale. Then we have The Girl in the Tower. This might be the biggest one in the trilogy. And The Winter of the Witch. I've been wanting to read this trilogy for a super long time, but I'm superficial and I didn't like the covers, so I did not purchase those books. And then Fairy Loot came out with these, and I thought, now it's the right time. This is my sign to actually read this. So they're beautiful, they're incredible, and now I have been reading something else because this did not came in the mail right away, and so I kind of forgot that I had to read that, and now I just don't know when. There's too many books in here, it's freaking me out, but I don't know when I will be reading this. Soon, again. I think I'm gonna read a lot of trilogies this year. I don't know. We'll see. Then I got myself a book that I bought only because of the cover, and that is The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I cannot tell you what this book is about because I don't know. I just got it because the cover was pretty. But I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I think it will be like a really fast read because I'm a fast reader. But yeah, I think I will like this book. I hope I do, because if I don't, then I will be really sad. Then we have a book that I got myself for school because we had been talking about it in school, and I thought, let's be like a serious student and read the books that are mentioned in class. But then I wasn't actually really listening to the class, and I also lost this book. Like this book, I bought it and then it went missing for maybe 3 weeks. Anyway, so this is Things Fall Apart, sorry in advance, by Chinua Achebe, and I don't know what it's about because I was not listening to the class when we mentioned this book. I just like had a blast, I think, when I was at my local bookstore looking for books, and then I saw the title and I was like, wait, that rings a bell. And I remember that we talked about it in class, but I can't tell you what we were saying because I was not listening. But I believe this is about colonization. Yeah, it says it is a classic narrative about Africa's cataclysmic encounter with Europe as it establishes a colonial presence on the continent. It sounds really hard and really depressing, but it's history, so I will be reading. I know that I will be reading that one soon because just now I don't need to read it anymore for school because, you know, it was like maybe mentioned in class more than 3 months ago, I think. So there's no need for me to read it anymore, but I still will because now I have it. So next is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I have been seeing this book everywhere. I also started this book. I don't know where I stopped. Even before chapter 3, I think. Anyways, I really want to like this book. So maybe that's why I'm afraid to read it. I don't know. But so I have a friend in school. She told me it was amazing and she finished the second book in the trilogy, and that makes me feel like I have to read it. So I don't know if I will be reading this month, because I have a lot of other books that I want to read this month, but if I still have the time, I will definitely start this one. I don't know. And also, I don't know what it's about. I just know it's about fairies, like the fairy world. I don't even know. People say there's romance in it, but then I saw other people say that it's bullshit. So I really have no idea what to expect of this book. Then we have another Illumicrate book, and that is the book for the month of February, I believe. So this is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I have no idea what this book is about, but I definitely want to read it. On the back it says, "Your presence is required at once for urgent business. Please return to Cadence with your harp upon receipt." It's like, come on, it just... And then, yeah, it's amazing. And that's just... Illumicrate is getting better. But I don't know, I think that one I'm not gonna read anytime soon. I will read it, hopefully this year. But it's just not... It's a book that I want to read, but not one that I want to read like right now. So I don't know when I will be reading it, but definitely soon. That one enters the soon category, like the we don't know category. I don't know when I will be reading this. Next is another trilogy, and I bought it at, again, my local bookstore because I saw the covers, and you just kind of need no explanation when you see this. Like, they're amazing. And I did not know that there was a third book. I knew that one existed because I saw it on the back of the first book, but it was a surprise for me to see that one, and it was a really good surprise. Red is my favorite color. Anyway, so that's the book that I want to start. That's the trilogy that I want to read this month. So I have a lot of books to read this month, but that's definitely one that I want to read. If not this month, maybe like I want to start it this month. So this is A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison, and then A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison, and then A Tangle of Spells, still by Michelle Harrison. I really hope I'm gonna enjoy this, because, you know, it's another middle grade. I love middle grades. I just... my passion. Next are 3 books that I am still also planning on reading this month. So we have... they're all middle grades. So first we have Never Tell by Catherine Orton. I don't know much about this book except that it is set in Russia, and I think it is a Russian tale retelling. I'm not sure about that. I don't know actually. But that one I want to read it this month. I have a big ambition about the books that I want to be reading this month. Anyways, then we have The Garden of Lost Secrets by A.M. Howell. I don't know anything about this book except that it is set in England in 1916. I want to read that one this month because all of them, like, I think these are books that I can read maybe in an hour and a half. Like, they're not big books at all. So I don't know, I feel like I can just like shrink them together into 1 month. And then we have 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. So this is a book that I bought because I recently read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I want to jump back into Greek mythology. I want my childhood back. So I got this book, and it follows the stories of the women in the Trojan War. So Helen, Penelope, and all the other women, and some of them I don't even know who they are. Anyway, so I think that one is gonna be great. I know it, I feel it. That one is going to be amazing. Then I got this tiny little book. It is a book in French. It is called Tales from the Wise of the Sun, and these are the stories, tales from the Mayas, Incas, and Aztecs. Okay, we're down to the last two books, which are all three books, the last three books, which are also in French, sorry. So first we have Traditional Tales and Legends from India. So this is a big book, as you can see, but it is incredibly beautiful. Let me just find a page where I can show you how beautiful it is. Yeah, exactly. So I got this book because I was an exchange student in India 3 years ago, hence why I can speak English. And so I just love stories from India, and these kind of, like these books, they help me stay in touch with that culture that I was lucky to know for a short amount of time. And I just you know, feel like it's important to stay in touch with that culture. So this book, right, I have a lot of books about India, but I thought, why not add another one? And this one is beautiful. So I was missing some purple for my rainbow shelves, so I thought that one was gonna be great for that. Then the last one is this cloth bound box with two books in it. These are World of Warcraft books. Yes, you read that correctly, you heard that correctly. So I am not a book nerd, but I did play World of Warcraft when I was a kid, when I was in middle grade, like in middle school. I did play World of Warcraft a lot, way too much, and I just saw these and I had to get them. So first we have, so it's called Discovering Azeroth, and the first one is Kingdoms of the East, and the second one is Kalimdor. And I remember spending hours on this game, even though I was not like professional or anything, I just played for fun. But this world, these lands, these people in World of Warcraft, they are the first one who actually really inspired me to write my first stories when I was like 15, 13. And I will be forever grateful to that world to exist, because the world of Warcraft is just incredible. And so I got this. And these ones, I don't know when I will be reading them. Soon, hopefully. But I'm really happy that I got them. And so this marks the end of my book haul and of my very first video, which is very long and which I don't even know if I can actually edit it, but I am going to do my best. Stay tuned, because my next video is probably going to be an unboxing, because there were supposed to be 4 more books in this book haul, but I haven't received them yet. So it will be an unboxing of Fairy Loot books and all crates books. So stay tuned if you want to see that. I definitely do. And I guess thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking with me throughout this huge book haul where I speak way too much, but I'm gonna improve myself, I swear. I am gonna do better. Anyways, bye booktube, and see you on my next video, if next video there is.